Joining us now, Democratic Congressman Dan Goldman of New York. He's a member of the House Oversight Committee. Congressman, good morning. You and Congressman Jamie Raskin have written a letter to Congressman Comer, which reads in part, "We are concerned that an official committee of the House of Representatives has been manipulated by an apparent con man who, while a fugitive from justice, attempted to fortify his defense by laundering unfounded and potentially false allegations through Congress. It appears as if Mr. Luft sought whistleblower status from you in an effort to defend himself from criminal prosecution while a fugitive from justice. Worse yet, this latest episode also raises concerns that Mr. Luft may be manipulating your investigation not only for his own self-interest, but perhaps also in furtherance of the CCP's efforts to undermine U.S. security interests and the President of the United States." So, Congressman, who is Gal Luft for our audience, and who is he not, as James Comer and others have suggested he is?
Well, he's certainly not a legitimate whistleblower, and what he is an alleged con man, as we said in the letter, who brokered a weapons for oil deal between China and Iran multiple times, who was an unregistered agent advancing the interests of the CCP in the United States, and who, very importantly, is indicted on making false statements to the FBI, including in the very meeting that he provided information about Hunter Biden to the FBI. So the remarkable situation that we're in now is that the key whistleblower, informant / witness in Chairman Comer's oversight investigation into the bogus allegations of the Biden crime family and all that is actually someone who has represented the interests of the CCP, has lied to the FBI, and is a fugitive from justice, who is literally running away from accountability from the United States court system. And upon receiving that information, Chairman Comer, we would naturally think, would say, oh boy, let's hold back here. This guy has zero credibility, and he may actually be advancing nefarious interests. No, he's doubling down now and trying to continue to use this alleged criminal to support his bogus allegations.
So, Congressman Goldman, across the aisle from you, you have Congressman Comer, a.k.a. Inspector Clouseau, who's after the Biden crime family. And you've just listed some of the charges against the fugitive, Mr. Luft. So my question to you is, there has been a hint that perhaps with Senator Ron Johnson and perhaps with Congressman Comer, that they now want to offer immunity to Mr. Luft. How does that work?
Well, that won't happen because, first of all, they're not going to go through with it, especially now that he's been charged. Senator Johnson said he should receive immunity, and that's after Senator Johnson knew that Mr. Luft had been charged with crimes. It is a remarkable assessment and statement, and it really demonstrates where this conspiratorial Republican Party is right now, that they would offer to want to give immunity to someone charged with such serious crimes just to further their own politicized investigations. They are misusing and abusing the committee process, the official committees of the Congress, in order to try to make a political hit on the president. And none of their allegations, nothing they have come up with, nothing they have said, connects to President Biden. That's very important to remember. They can call it the Biden crime family, all this stuff. Nothing they have found has made any connection to President Biden, yet they will lump him in with everything they have to say. It's a disgrace to anyone who's ever done an investigation, and it's a disgrace to this institution.
Democratic member of the House Oversight Committee, Congressman Dan Goldman of New York. Thank you very much for being on this morning.
Thank you, Dan.